Okay, hello everybody. It is late in the afternoon of June 4th, 2025. I want to make sure I got my date right. And if you are seeing this video, things may have changed since I did it. It's a little bit past 5 o'clock. But we are having a very serious breakup right now between Elon Musk and Donald Trump. As you know, you've been hearing for the last few months about the one big beautiful bill that's been making its way through Congress. I've not really said much about it because I didn't want to until it got into sort of its final form. Bills like this can be negotiated. There can be lots of changes. It has passed the House. It has gone to the Senate. It has not passed the Senate. And it has not gone through the reconciliation process where the House and the Senate will make various edits and amendments to it. All that being said, though, we have some really fascinating political drama breaking out. Let me first go over what's happened and let me talk. I'll give you at least my opinion on it. For starters, let's start with what Trump was saying about the bill. This is on May 16th. Okay, this is just 3 weeks ago. Quote, Republicans must unite behind the one big beautiful bill. Not only does it cut taxes for all Americans, it will kick millions of illegals off Medicaid to protect it, blah, 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 going on. It will be blamed on Democrats, but that doesn't help our voters. We don't need grandstanders in the Republican Party. All caps, stop talking and get it done. So Trump has obviously pushed very, very hard for this bill. This is one of many tweets he has about the one big beautiful bill. He has gone to Capitol Hill to try to push it. He's been having meetings at the White House. This is something he doesn't really laser focus on anything, but by his standards, this has been one of his strongest points of focus. So Donald Trump is all for it. A few days ago, Elon Musk decided to weigh in on it. Let's start with what Elon said. This is his first tweet. I'm sorry, but I just can't stand it anymore. This massive, outrageous, pork-filled congressional spending bill is a disgusting abomination. Shame on those who voted for it. You know you did wrong. You know it. I will point out no Democrats voted for this. It passed the House on a party line vote. A few Republicans voted present and did not support it, but it passed exclusively on Republican votes. So this is Elon going after the Republicans who voted it after Donald Trump explicitly and strongly demanded that they vote for it. So Trump has said, you must pass this bill, Republicans do, and now Elon is saying, shame on you for voting for it. But wait, there's more. Let's go back to a follow-up that Elon had. It will massively increase the already gigantic budget deficit to $2.5 trillion, triple exclamation point, and burden American citizens with crushingly unsustainable debt. The Congressional Budget Office is estimating that this bill will add, in addition to what's already coming, $2.4 trillion to the debt, and according to the Committee for a Responsible Federal Budget, it will add about $2.3 trillion to the debt. So they're both saying on top of the many trillions that are already supposed to be added over the next 10 years, this will add an additional 2.3, 2.4 trillion, something in that range. Let's assume they're being a little pessimistic, so let's call it maybe 2 trillion, on top of the several trillion that will already be added. Okay, so, but Elon is not to be done yet. Elon tweeted today, quote, call your senator, call your congressman, bankrupting America is not okay. Kill the bill. So now the bill that Trump called his one big beautiful bill that he has demanded that the Republicans pass, Elon is now repeatedly attacking those who vote for it. But wait, there's more. Let's start with wait, where's this one? Okay, Representative Scott Perry. He is a Republican member of the House of Representatives. He tweeted this out yesterday. So Elon Musk is right to call out House leadership. I wish I had a nickel for every time the Freedom Caucus sounded the alarm and nobody listened, only to find out the hard way that we were right all along. We expect massive improvement from the Senate before it gets back to the House. Scott Perry voted for the bill. So he's here saying that Freedom Caucus was right all along and nobody listened to us. He voted for the bill. And now he's saying it's the Senate's job to fix all the problems with the bill and send it back to the House. He voted for the bill. But wait, I'm not sure if it gets better than that, but there's definitely more. Marjorie Taylor Greene, another Republican from Georgia, who I will tell you I personally think is mentally disturbed. That's my personal opinion. I cannot back that up with any medical evidence. Quote, she put this out, was a day or two ago. Full transparency. I did not know about this section on page 278, 279 of the One Big Beautiful Bill does it as an acronym, OBBB, that strips states of the right to make laws or regulate AI for 10 years. I am adamantly opposed to this, and it is a violation of state rights, and I would have voted no if I had known this was in there. Okay, and then she goes on to say more, and then goes on to say this needs to be stripped out in the Senate. So now Marjorie Taylor Greene is saying she's opposed to this bill after she voted for it. She voted for the bill and is now saying it is a bad bill, and she would never voted for it if only she had known about it, and it's the Senate's job to fix this. Marjorie, you're in Congress. It's your job to read these bills. That is your job. That's what you get paid to do. You do not get paid to be on social media. By the way, I'm not being paid to make these videos. You may notice none of this is monetized. I do my work, and I do this, after work or before work or on a weekend or something like that. This is not my job. Her job, what she gets paid by the American taxpayer to do, is to do things like read bills, which apparently she's not doing by her own admission. Okay, so what does all of this mean? What it means is that not only has Elon launched a full-on Twitter attack against Trump's, well, actually, sorry, let me back up a little bit. This legislation, Trump has only signed like 5 or 6 bills into law so far this year, and they've largely been fairly minor. He has not signed any meaningful legislation. Everything he's been doing is by executive order. Basically, the gridlock and dysfunction in Congress, which as best I can tell, both parties in Congress are very okay with, means he's not really getting anything to his desk, and Trump seems fairly good with that. But to the extent he's going to get anything done this year, it's got to be through the one big beautiful bill, because the Republicans have crammed everything they can into it, because it's the only way they're going to get anything done. It barely got through the House after months of negotiations and wrangling, and now Elon has launched a full-on assault on it, and multiple Republicans are now joining him and coming out against it. This is on top of, Rand Paul, a Chip Roy, a Thomas Massey, people who are very steadfastly opposed to the bill, as well as there are others such as Rick Scott and Ron Johnson in the Senate who are opposed to it for similar reasons as to what Elon has laid out. So Elon is attacking Trump's only signature piece of legislation that he has any shot at getting this year. Whatever does not come out in this bill probably is not going to happen. You may have heard there's going to be a rescission package. They're going to try to codify some Doge cuts. If that goes through, that'll only be $9.4 billion, which is the equivalent of 0.5% of our current deficit. Now, look, don't get me wrong. By all means, cut it. We save every penny we can. You got to start somewhere. There's no reason not to start small. But that's not a major piece of legislation. This is the big one, and this is probably the only big one Trump's going to get this year. And now Elon is doing everything he can to shoot it down, and he is successfully turning MAGA Republicans against a bill that they already voted for. But remember, it has to go through the Senate and then go through reconciliation, which means it has to come back to the House and be voted on again. This is also putting pressure on the Senate to make major changes to it before they send it back to the House. So Elon is currently torpedoing successfully Trump's signature legislation. Now, by the time you watch this video, something new may have happened. I don't know what that'll be, so, add that into the analysis. Now, you may be thinking, okay, what's Trump doing? So far, nothing. He had one very cryptic response where he retweeted a statement from Elon basically saying, thank you, Mr. President, and really enjoyed working at the White House and being part of Doge and all that kind of stuff. So right now, Trump has not done or said anything, which is very unusual. Usually he can't wait to get to Twitter to say something. My guess is, and I want to emphasize I'm guessing here, he does not know what to do. He has blatant, brazen, unbelievable disloyalty coming from Elon, but Elon is a major benefactor of his, and Elon controls Twitter, which is Trump's primary communication method. If Twitter is turned against him again, Trump has serious problems. So what does Trump do? I have no idea what happens next, but get your popcorn, people. This is fascinating. We have a full-on MAGA divorce going. Will they kiss and make up? Will this get brutal and bloody? Don't know. What's going to happen to the one big beautiful bill? Don't know, but right now it's looking really bad. And I am absolutely laughing my head off that we have Republicans who voted for the bills. I am just so shocked that this bill had all this bad stuff in it. Of course we were against the bill that we voted for. Oh, my Lord. But either way, keep an eye on this. It's going to get really interesting. And the big thing is, what is going to be the fallout between Trump and Elon? Because remember, Elon controls Twitter, which is Trump's primary communication means. So, going to be interesting. All right. Everyone have a great day. Bye-bye.